Alright, here we are in part 2 of the Escape from Hadrian's Wall walkthrough. I just finished the 5th card puzzle, and coming in here, and
by stone and sinew, flesh and fire, you've made your way here. Oh, you are in the Tempest now. We shall contact Marius.
We have met Katrin. I see some multiple fluids here. And here's Katrin. Blank torches. Or I should say undoused torches. And we get a little some secret notes. And we can check it out. Saturn, Sun, Venus, Mars, Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and the door opens. Hello, Katrin. You're staring at me? Wow.
This is my scrying room.
Alright, here we go.
The enchanted safe within contains the scrying ingredients.
Okay, enchanted safe contains scrying ingredients. I got this blank piece of paper. I guess I can burn it. And bam. There's actually a couple, there's like 2 different puzzles you can do in here, by the way. You can do them in either order. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned that in a simple playthrough. But anyway, here we go. We got the 4 different things. That one goes down. This one goes to the left. This one goes up. And this one goes to the left. Bam. Alright, and we get some scrying ingredients. Alright. Oh, and then
Greetings, Marius. The apprentice arrived safely.
This magic is taking its toll on me.
Please, Katrin, help me contact Artan.
The scrying bowl is ready. Bring the ingredients to complete the spell.
alright. And we know there's ingredients over here. And got my little thing here. I can read Aqua Regia. Let's do that one first. Now we signal success. Right there. Next is Dragon's Blood. Shabam. And what was next? Clary Sage Oil. Get that.
Tevu, Dalwin, Dalken Tuvu, Telnali,
Artan. Artan!
Marius, what magic is this?
I told you I'd do anything for you and our child. Are you both safe?
I made it to Blaise's quarters near the chapel, but he's imprisoned. We need to free him.
Artan, please be reasonable. We have no time for the holy man.
Reasonable? You're talking to me through a magic portal and asking me to be reasonable?
All right. I'll meet you at the chapel. Katrin will help us find a path out of here.
You're with that witch? The ghost in the walls? The conjurer of stone?
Hello, my dear. Old Witch of the Walls here. I have a friend that can save your priest. Rest assured you have our support. Your child shall be baptized.
Why do you care one way or the other witch?
O gods anew, you and I share more in common than you know.
Altar, please, stay hidden in Blaise's quarters. I'll find you when it's safe.
Please be careful, Marius. And Katrin. Thank you.
Fortunately, I have a secret pathway to Blaise's imprisonment, woven into the foundations of these walls. Find the dimensional combinations to my safe and use those to forge your power.
Okay. Dimensional combinations. As I mentioned, there was another puzzle in here. And what we have here are, for example, the red, this red symbol matches this symbol, and the red hand is pointed up. So there we go. And then let's see, the green thing, here's my pointing stick again. This green one here is pointing to the right. Yoink. And then we've got, let's see, that symbol. These, by the way, are Persian cuneiform. Yeah. Got the Persian theme going on. That's this blue one up there. And that's got a right pointing hand. And that symbol is this yellow one here, and that's an up. All right. Bang. And we get cards.
In the years since I escaped the Romans, I've used my freedom to alter this fortress's bones. And now, after years of planning and preparation, the time of destiny has come. It sits at a razor's edge, and now you wield the blade. You must free the priest and see the baptism through. More than you can imagine rests upon the ritual to come.
And the door opens. All right. See you later. I guess I should wave like this. Bye. All right. Okay. We got a card puzzle. And let's see. We got the alert status. This is, I believe, our first golem status. So, can only be distracted by 2 player golems. And actually, they're both alert. You can see the alert status on both of these guys. Luckily, I've got 2 distract. I got 2 distract cards. So I can put these here. And use 2 of them to distract. And she's distracted. He's down to 3. And obviously I can teleport her to the mountain. She's down to 2. Put my fire guy here. And back. And I'm still ahead, 5-3. And the glossary is now available. Alright, glossary is here. Alert, status, can only be distracted by two player golems. Alright, got the glossary. Put away that, and we go. Hello, puppy. And this is meant to be a cool optical illusion. Not sure if people love it or not. Meant to be relatively clear that you're supposed to solve this maze from the right side to the left side. It may be slightly subtle, but and you solve the maze. Hold up my pointer. We used to go here, go through Nira, Tarkun, and then we get out to Penelope. I think is that Penelope? Forgot. Anyway, Minotaur, Greek myth stuff. Okay. Nira and Tarkun. So we pull out our jar. Nira is here. Cool. And what do we do with it? Oh, I should say. Hold on. Book is empty. But that's good. Still empty. But we get the Tarkun. And we get a little clue here. Up, up, down, up. Down, 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 down. Up, up, down, up. Up, up, down, up. Down, 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 down. We get up, up. That's a little, there we go. Down, up, down. It's a little fidgety. Down. Down. And down. And it opens up. And there's cards in there. And the door opens. Cool. Got our cards. Let's see here. All right. Another puzzle. This looks straightforward. But we have the overwhelming numbers card. If your golems outnumber the enemy golems, activate the spell to strengthen your weak golems. Alright. And we got to teleport, we got to distract. Let's see, we'll probably teleport the fire golem to the water. That makes sense. Let's do that first. That reduces him by 2. Now 4 strength. And I construct air. Anywhere I want, I guess. Let's see here. That guy can distract this guy. And then all I need is 2. Now we're good for the first round. I can beat that guy, and now it's 3 to 3. And with the overwhelming numbers card, I've got 2, which overwhelms his one guy. That increases my strength to 4. Escape. Alright. And this puzzle is a little trickier than you might think. The main reason this one's tricky is that the call for backup card is a red herring. That's why you don't need it at all for this puzzle, so just forget about that. And kind of obvious thing is, well, that guy's bound, so it cannot be teleported. We probably want an air golem here. Not be bound, but he could be. Yeah, so he can't be teleported, but he could be distracted. Anyway, we'll teleport this guy to there. It reduces his strength to 2. And now, if I just, if I put my air golem here and distract the bound fella, then we're winning the first round. Damn. And it's still 4-3. So I can attack again. And we get the air gem. And a bunch of cards. Large number of cards. Alright. Wand and air gem. Yoink. And with the air gem, we can levitate these puppies. Put them over here. Get down here. I kind of like playing around with these things a little bit, but whatever. Moving on. We got the next the next complete the Mosaic puzzle. It's a classic Mosaic. So similar to the last one in my mind. Let's see if this. That does not. If you notice, this top guy does not affect the upper right. This doesn't. This one doesn't affect the upper right. This doesn't affect the upper right. Does this affect the upper right? Yes, it does. Does this affect the upper right? Yes, it does also. So the upper right is actually affected by this one and this one. Okay, well that's unfortunate. How about the lower right? Not affected. Not affected. So it's only this one. What about this? Oh, that also affects the lower right. How about the lower left? This obviously affects the lower left. This one does not. This does not. This does not. This does not. So what I'm looking for is a corner that's only affected by one. So this one is, I like it because this button down here is the only one that affects that lower left. So my strategy is solve that lower left corner, which is now solved, and don't touch that button anymore. Now what about the upper left? So this one doesn't affect the upper left. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. This one does. Does this one affect the upper left? It also does. That one I'm not going to touch anymore. Okay. Well, I'm not going to touch that one anymore. Oh, so now the lower right is in a position to solve, right? Because, right, these don't affect the lower right. And this doesn't. this doesn't. So the lower right is only going to be affected by that one. Since I'm not touching that guy anymore, now my lower left and lower right are solved. Cool. Now, what about upper right? That one doesn't affect lower. Oh, lots of stuff happening here. It looks like I'm kind of almost done, but I want to finish my thinking. That one doesn't affect the upper right. This one doesn't affect the upper right. This doesn't affect the upper right. Only this one. So we can mess around with this one, and now the upper right's solved. So I'm not touching that anymore, not touching that anymore, not touching that anymore. So yeah, now I can kind of look and say, oh, well, looks like this is probably what I want to mess with. Let's get that kind of solved. And then this. So yeah, it kind of all comes together to solve the corners. That's my strategy. Your mileage may vary. I think on that last one I could have solved it a little quicker, but whatever. It's a walkthrough, not a run-through. All right, now this is a interesting and challenging puzzle. Because we got a lot of cards here. 2 guys are bound, so they cannot be teleported. And I've got 3 teleport cards, so I'm going to use 1 teleport card to teleport him. So we started out now with Guardian Strength of 9, and when I teleport him, it goes down to 7. Cool, that's progress. And even though these guys are bound, I can still distract them. So find a couple guys and, distract these bound guys. And I'm at Guardian Strength is down to 1. And I can construct my last dude there. And I am ahead 2 to 1. Attack. But now I'm behind by 2, but I've got 2 more teleport cards. And again, I should mention the call for backup card is yet again a red herring. We don't need it. But those bound guys are now, I can teleport them. So if I move this guy from fire to air, that reduces him by 1. And now I can move my water guy, my fire guy on the water sigil, up to a fire sigil. Bam, 6 to 5. I'm ahead again. Attack. And I got some sort of piece of paper and a bunch of cards. All right. And oh, this thing opened up here. It's going down. Hello, puppies. Excuse me, I'm sneaking past you. All right. And we're here. Simple puzzle. Open the cabinet. It's simple, but it's meant to be a kind of a warm-up for later puzzle, which is even harder. So what I see here is, looking at the top row, this symbol, and then that symbol. I don't know how to pronounce those in ancient Persian, but I see this symbol and that symbol. So I'm looking at this, right? That indicates the column, and this indicates the row. And I move it to the left. The second clue is, the second line is this column, this row goes down. Cool. And then back to this column, and this row is to the left. Nope. And again, this column with that row is also to the left. Man, noisy. All right. Grab this card pack. Cool. We got a bunch more cards. The door's open. All right. Now, it's getting to be a very complicated puzzle here. Let's see what we got. First of all, we've got an alert air golem there. So he can only be distracted by 2 golems. And then we've got a bound air golem there who cannot be teleported. So let's start by teleporting. Oh, and let's just see this calculations here. Currently, it's 0 to 12. They've got 2 air golems on air and then 3 more air golems on fire for a total of 12. I'm going to teleport this guy, the alert one, to Earth. So that reduces their strength by 2. And now, these guys have the little waning status. New status, waning, which is an additional challenge. Meaning I only get to use him for 1 round. But if I put him here, he could be weak for my 1 round. And I can use him to distract the bound air golem. So they're down to 7. So, huge progress. I can use a waning golem here. 2 strength, and call for backup on him. So I've already got 4. And then I've got a non-waning guy. I'll be able to use him for 2 or more rounds. Put him here and call for backup on him. And that gives me 8. So I've used my 2 call for backups, which were not used in the previous rounds. Now I attack. Alright. My waning guys are gone, and I'm losing 2 to 3, but I have 1 more waning dude, which I can place here. And it's 5 to 3. I attack. And win. Alright. I'll get a couple of cards. And staircases over here. Thanks, non-waning Mr. Golem Man. And I think this is... Oh yes, we're gonna wrap it here for the next session. Alright, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.